Hey guys, it's Boni here. This is how I use Deadlock to kill people in ranked. Here, we're playing Lotus, and since Killjoy has her whole setup towards A, I decided to wall B early here, as if you don't have B locked down, the enemies can just lurk up whatever they want, and that's not good. After walling, I hear a breach flash and Odin spam towards A main, so I say fuck it and rotate over. As if worst comes to worst, we can just play retake on B, and that's what I'm planning anyways. That scenario actually happens, and I would have played retake either way, so it's all good. And just a tip, guys, no, you can't hold B side completely on your own. You nor me are 10s, guys. I'm sorry to break it to you, so it's not gonna be possible to hold it against 5 people. But anyways, when retaking B side on Lotus, I always recommend trying to take control of baby door, aka like A link, so you can push from multiple sides, making the B side hold infinitely times harder for the enemy, as they will be pinched from both C link and A link. After taking out both Omen and Killjoy, the enemy Reyna makes a huge mistake, which is to swing alone. Or actually, I don't know if it's the breach or Reyna's fault, but anyways, I get a free 1v1 against the Reyna, and now it's a 1v1. Now, here comes a really underrated tip with the grab net I use a lot that literally gives me easier clutches and basically just wins me rounds. Here, you see me know where breach is. He is heaven, and he could easily swing out to take me out while I'm defusing. And since I know where he is, I can just throw my grab net there to give me just enough time to have to defuse on the spike, which puts a lot of pressure on him. And that's basically how I win the round with 0.98 seconds left on the clock. So it wouldn't be possible without this grab net. Also, all of these clips are taken from my Twitch. If you need any help with Deadlock, please stop by and I'll try to help. Okay. In this clip, I'm playing Sunset Defense on B side. And here, I actually do not use my default setup. And the reason is something I tell you guys a lot. And that is to adapt your setups to what the enemies are doing. Here, the enemy Jet and Reyna has liked to dash/push in towards market. So that's why I decided to place one of my Sonic sensor more towards it. Because that way, if they push it, they will just get stunned and then I can peek off it in market. Very nice. Anyways, after placing my setup, I decided to wait to use my wall a bit, as we are playing double sentinel on B side, so I can just hold on to my wall until they actually start to push, which will slow them down even more because there is an unbreakable cipher chip there unless they use util. So I can just wait to use my wall until that's broken, and well, that's exactly what happens here. Also, here's a super underrated tip with the sonic sensors that's kind of similar to the gravnet like spamming tip, and that's just to spam through the smoke when the sonic sensor activates. You kind of know which direction the enemy is, and it also slows them down, which means that they can't escape your bullets, which hopefully means that it gets you a kill. And well, I get a kill on Reyna here, so nice. After taking out Reyna, I go towards top mid as the enemies are rotating back, which means that our Omen can no longer hold top mid since he needs to take care of A side. So I go take a spot. After not seeing anything top mid, I decide to walk back to B because we hear the enemy pushing out, and well, easy days. Cypher's market. Push. Have you ever hit a clip that you didn't record? If so, then that won't happen anymore if you use metal.tv. You guys have probably heard of it, but if you haven't, Metal is a clipping software that automatically clips any play you do in game with the press of a button. What's so great about Metal as well is that you can edit your clips inside the app, meaning you won't have to change programs to post your clips. This means that you can, for example, make your clip vertical so you can use it for TikTok or YouTube Shorts. And what's even cooler about Metal as well is that it allows you to share your clips to your friends on the platform and even voice chat or just like regular chat with them on Metal. And you're probably thinking, but won't the clips be in bad quality if it auto clips them? No, you can record in up to 4K, and of course 4K clips take up a lot of space, but Metal also auto deletes your videos depending on how your settings are, so you won't have to worry about that either. It's kind of just like having, like, I don't know, a minion working at your computer. If this is something that interests you, definitely check out metal.tv. I have a link in the description if you want to check them out, and also make sure to follow me there because I have some cool clips posted. Also, tag me in some clips as well. I want to see you guys hit some nice shots, okay? Thank you. This is why Deadlock is so good in clutches. Here, I'm playing at 1v4 on Ascent A site with the enemy having spike down, so I have time pressure. I'm playing Heaven, and the enemy Gecko flashes me, and I know the door to short is open as my teammates broke it earlier into the round. This likely means that one of the enemies will try to go towards short as I'm currently flashed, meaning I can't be holding the angle short, which means that they could just sneak up there. And well, that's how I managed to take out the Jet. After taking out the Jet, it gives me my ultimate, which is honestly the key to all of this, and it's the reason I managed to win this 1v4. The Deadlock ult is so good for clutches. Right after taking out Jet, I ult with my lineup that lands default, as I know the Sova is close to default, so easy. Now here comes the important part. The Deadlock ultimate is so good in clutches because it kind of forces out info on the enemies, because if they want to free their teammate, they have to break it, right? And that's how I know where Clove is, as she tries to shoot the cocoon, which makes me able to wallbang her. And I also know where Gecko is now, as he also shot the cocoon. That means I know where both of them are, and well, easy clutch. Here, you see why it's so important to learn lineups with a grounded on attack. This lineup here lands both dice and backgen, so it's really broken for A pushes. After taking out the grounded jet, I used my normal ult lineup that hits basically all of heaven, as I did hear the enemy creeping up. And here I do something that's a bit stupid, but it works. And that is to push up onto heaven to see if I can catch the enemy who's trying to break the cocoon jet. And well, easy. After taking him out with his pants down, I just go to help my omen, as the last enemy is currently fighting with my omen for their life, and well, win the round. No. In this clip, I'm playing my classic B side on Breeze. You probably know if you watched my previous video on my Breeze guide, but basically if I don't hear anything early in the round B, I place my wall B main so I can go A, as a lot of the times rotation times take so long on Breeze that the enemies usually just commit to a site. Anyways, I hold mid doors here for a second, just in case the enemies decide to split push A, as that's a very common tactic on Breeze, so make sure to watch out for that. Then another good tip I can give you is if you see your teammates are pushing up to places you haven't cleared, just ask them to clear it for you, like I do here with my Phoenix, because it saves you a little bit of time and a lot of worry.
Can you clear mid for me, Phoenix? Clear mid for me. Just look at it.
Anyways, after moving on to A side, I hear the enemy jet has an operator, so instead of peeking into main, I wait until I can cross safely over to the other side of pyramid, so I can take an off angle on enemies without having to fight the operator. And they won't know either, because it was their jet who smoked it off, and I didn't make any noise rotating, so they will likely get caught off guard. Then, after taking out the people that are just standing aimlessly, not looking at me, I know the last guy is stuck on the left side of A main, so I just ult him, as I don't want to swing into an operator, as he can just hold the angle against me. Here, I'm playing A side defense on Ascent. Usually, I place 2 sonic sensors on A side like this, but this time I wanted to try something else. And that was a play where I wall off my jet to bait for her, and also so that when A main is smoked, I can place my sonic sensor and spray off of that sensor, because they will try to break the wall. And that's also why I chose the Phantom here, because it's much easier to spray through smokes, as they can't see my traces from the gun. And well, it worked on both Phoenix and Jet. After taking them both out, the wall is now getting broken, and I hear all the enemies rotating off A main. And what I do next is honestly a very risky play, because you need a really good sense of timing and game sense. But basically, I know all the enemies are going to rotate to top mid, so I take a timing by pushing through the smoke when they're rotating, as they're all going towards top mid. So this means that they won't expect the push from behind them, as it's such a stupid play and very risky. But hey, it works and I get an ace.
She was in my blind spot for so long, I couldn't see her. Lined up the love song so I could save her. Thank God we're this strong, I'll never leave her. No, I'll never leave her. I've seen, avoided these feelings since 19. Barely been sleeping, this caffeine ain't helping at all. Why am I staring at the wall? Damn, I should give her a call. Cause waiting is pointless when I need her. I'm rich, I know that we gotta work this out. I'll drink till I'm confident. How am I just seeing this now? She was in my blind spot for so long. I couldn't see her. Lined up the love song so I could save her. Thank God we're this strong, I'll never leave her. She was in my blind spot for so long, I couldn't see her. Lined up the love song so I could save her. Thank God we're this strong, I'll never leave her.
I mean, it was not one tap, but I take it.
I keep losing track when you're out of sight. I fall for nothing, stay on my mind. You think there were reasons for you and I
think he's going mid.
Now I know.
Nice.
Oh my God, I got an 8. You think you could buy me? Yeah, you can. You can buy me.
One more.
I'll play the song, bro. I'll play the song. Just give me a second, bro.
One side.
You got the big muscle.
What's that? Okay, I want 8. I want 8.
Sorry.
Yippee! Yippee!
Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and also please follow me on Twitch, as it really means the world to me, and that's where I kind of get all my clips. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.
Last one was main. Good job.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so good at the game.